I want to ask you a question. Who's coaching you? Who's asking you the tough questions? Who's telling you, man, you're the common denominator to all of your issues and challenges? Who's telling you, man, all day long you become the magnetic pulse that attracts to you both good and bad? I want to be your life coach. I want to be the one that cheers you on to the finish line. I want to be the one that you ask the tough questions. And it doesn't mean that I have all the answers, but that means that you have a partner, someone who believes in you, not the you see right now, but the you can't imagine, the you that you are to become, the you were destined to be. I always say we both need the positive and the negative. It's not enough to have the knowledge of the matter, but we must have the wisdom as well. For wisdom settles it. And that's what I want to offer you as you join me on the Coach's Corner. I want to offer you the wisdom of the matter. Maybe it might be relationships, talking about our campaigns for more, for life, the dark room of our subconscious, our spiritual journey. Whatever it is, I want to be there to encourage you, to build you, to challenge you, to cheer you on to the finish line. I'm qualified to do this. Why? Because I'm you.
Well, welcome to another edition of the Coach's Corner, and we appreciate you stopping by. My name is Marcus Sillett, and assuredly, as I approach the microphone in Studio B, I have personal and professional issues, meaning that for all of us, including me, there's something wrong somewhere. But this show is about the wisdoms of the matter. And I bring you those wisdoms from the scars of the journey of life from which I've traveled. And I trust that I can earn the right to speak into your life. And today, very briefly, we just want to remind you, to encourage you, to empower you. Thoughts of champions are not the same as thoughts of a victim. I would be remiss if I did not say thank you to those that are listening to me worldwide on the various platforms where we air. Those who have enough courage to write us and to follow us, to share us. Those who go even a step above courage and find it in their hearts to understand that it takes money to do what we're doing, and they join us at www.WeSupportSilletUSATV.com. Well, let's get right to work. I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate you sharing who we are and what we do. And I truly trust that we are earning a place in your heart what we could share with you on a regular basis. Today's thoughts of a champion versus thoughts of a victim. First, we must establish what is a victim and what is a champion. Champion is simply an overcomer, someone who champions beyond circumstance, someone who rides the storm, and after the storm picks him or herself up, as we've seen it so many times, smiles and say, I might have lost this, I might have lost that, but I have my life, which is enough indication to me that there's hope for me. I will, as they say, when the hurricanes come and blow their homes away, I will rebuild. I've even heard 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 say, houses and lands are material gains, but I still have me and my family, or my family and me, to put it grammatically correct. The thoughts of a champion soars beyond the dwindling circumstances. The thoughts of a champion finds a book, a tape, a CD, a song, a service, a liturgy. They find their strength somewhere. They rise above the grit and the grind. Their words are laced with positivity. Their aura and their attitude is serenaded in confidence of a brighter tomorrow. Yes, the champion rises though he hurts. The champion rises never reluctant. Winning to the champion is mere attitudinal. Winning to the champion is mere internal. The champion understands that growth is from the inside out and not from the outside in. The material gain and wealth are just complements of a principle well stood on. Courage well taken. In the fight of faith well fought. When I return, I'm going to talk then now about the victim's thought process. You're listening to the sounds of DCC on SIBN Radio.
And accept that there is only one philosophy that I have embraced under the Coach's Corner's umbrella, and that is that we are the common denominator in every situation. So I can't blame them, they, her, and him. I am stepping up to the plate, and I realize it's all me. Not that it's all about me, but it's all about the legacy for those that come behind me to achieve a height of success that I can't even imagine. This is called the transgenerational shift of mindsets, that we may propel ourselves into the generations that is to come and tell them, I won't leave you a mess that you have to clean up, but I'll leave you a principle-centered life that you can celebrate and catapult into more success. Join me on the Coach's Corner at www.415-96radio.com. That's www.415-96radio.com, and follow me on Twitter. That's the only way you can keep up with the coach. That's right, DCC is in the house on SIBN Radio. Tune in.
When we think of a victim, we think of someone who had been snagged by the ill intentions of another. Someone who was taken advantage of, caught in a moment unawares, hoodwinked, as they say, bamboozled, tricked, overwhelmed by surprise, perhaps by some element of criminality. The victim falls under the predator's intention. Valuables ripped from the shelves, the drawers, the purses, the person. Violence streaming down the memories of a certain situation. And by all means, who can forget the details of what was done, said, and the orator and the audacity of the criminal or criminals or the element of a criminal situation or environment not being brought to justice. Yes, the victim is caught in a thicket. He or she must decide how long or how much can I take. The victim, though, is afforded a certain plethora of conveniences, because when we've been victimized, people give us piety and feel sorry for us, and oftentimes we can use that to our advantage. The victim notices that she has certain powers to manipulate situations and use the piety and the pity to the advantage of themselves. And even so, in their minds justify, well, I had a misfortune and I had a series of losses, so I am now thereby entitled, and thus that is maybe the third seemingly inconvenient truth of a victim. He or she is now able to will their way magically through a situation, advancing themselves with irregard for the feelings and the future of others, under the auspices of having been victimized. And the claim is, well, you just don't know my story. But the victim gives away his or her power in an attempt to revitalize what once was. The victim loses their stamina in the attempt to manipulate, dominate, and elevate themselves. I want justice, but justice and the wheels therein do not turn fast enough. So thereby I am snagged by my thought patterns of revenge and retaliation. And at the end of the day, I am still with less peace than I started. Though my friends and family see me standing, inside I am falling. So take your pick, one or two, and then you'll know just what to do with your thoughts that may be wandering here or there from some situation or circumstance that happened somewhere. You are more than what happens to you. You are more than what's said to you. Circumstances that occur around and regarding you do not define who you are. It is the fortunate opportunity of every human being to reassess themselves and to weigh themselves separate from the past, but yet gleaning lessons from the past. And you are a champion. It is not enough for me to say it, but you yourself must say it. You must say it and you must believe it. But how do you believe what you do not say? And how do you say what you will not dare to try? Champions begin with words. Champions begin with thoughts. Champions emerge from meditations of both words and thoughts. That's my time. You've been listening to The Coach's Corner.
the inside out and not from the outside in. Don't trick yourself. You will wreck yourself trying to impress others and trying to keep up with the Smiths and the Joneses. It's about time that you start looking at the finish line. And at DCC, we offer the hardest core motivation, daily inspiration for your spiritual foundation that you can find. Why? Because our philosophy is simple. We are the common denominator in every situation.
SCGPW. That's right. The Select USA TV Collabo Media Groups and Partners Worldwide for a limited time has opened up its membership to the general public. Now you can collaborate worldwide with media conglomerate SIBN Television and Radio. If you want to join free of charge for this limited time offer, then visit www.WeSupportSelectUSATV.com. That's right, we have programs, benefits, service, and so much more to offer to our members exclusively at SCGPW. That's right, visit www.WeSupportSelectUSATV.com. That's www.WeSupportSaletTV.com.
Criticism from anyone else because I have an ingrown toenail in my mind. And the ingrown toenail dictates to me that I must put you in your place when you open up your mouth to begin to size me up, because the truth of the matter is I have not sized myself up. I have not been truthful with me. And that's why I'm not free enough to sit here and listen to a criticism that may or may not apply. I must cut you off and give you a piece of my mind. And the reason why I do that is because I will never give you the power that I myself have not recognized I have. And my friend, my sister, my brother, that is the wrong way to look at life. You should be secure enough that no matter who does what and where, you can sit there or you can simply walk away without even saying a word. And you know that you've done the work in your private space. Keep pace with the race. Join me on the Coach's Corner at www.415-96radio.com for more hardcore motivation, daily inspiration, and antidotes for your spiritual foundation, because every now and then there's a leak in this old building. And as the songwriter said, my soul has got to move. Join me there at www.415-96radio.com. You're listening to the sound of the Coach's Corner. You're listening to SIBN Radio on the Select USA TV iBroadcasting Network. You're listening to SIBN